ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमेन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ मे all my limbs attain strength. May the body, the mind, all the sensory and motor organs and the life force become perfected, powerful. All is verily the one without second, all pervading, beyond time and space, ever blissful, existence itself, the Brahman. Let me never deny Brahman. May the Brahman never reject me either. May all the virtues necessary to experience this truth in life and are spoken of by the scriptures, may all those virtues be with me. Om, peace, peace, peace. Let us feel the oneness of existence by going beyond our body consciousness. Let us know that the body is like a clothing. I am not actually body, but I get identified and feel that I am body. And that becomes my bondage. Let us feel that just as we can unbutton and hang a heavy coat and become free of it, I am taking my body, unbuttoning it and putting it on hanger. I will put it on when I need it. But I am not the body. I can put it on, I can take it off, as per need, like the clothing. And lo and behold, by this simple act, how much freedom I am feeling. I have no birth, no death. It is the body alone that is born and dies. I have no birth or death. I am not bound by the gender. I am neither male nor female nor any other gender. They are just the qualities of body. I am neither short or tall, nor stout or thin. They all pertain to body. They are not my qualities. Just as a coat could be red, white, blue, can be big or small, can be old or new. They are never my qualities. Similarly, all these aspects of body are not binding on me. Similarly, I am not my thoughts or feelings or emotions. They are my and not I. I am free of them. I am beyond time, beyond space. I am one without second. I have no desires. I am bliss itself, infinite and pure. I am love itself. I am peace itself. Om, peace, peace, peace. So, dear friends, let us begin today's discussion on this great treatise, the great help to one's spiritual life, by bringing the truths that are told in Upanishads and other spiritual books in a simple story form. So, the stories, as you see, this is 164th class. So, and let us begin as usual with our opening chant. Please recite it as loudly as you can. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि. That from whom creation, sustenance and dissolution of the universe take place, who is both the instrumental and material cause of it, who is omniscient, is the only one having self-mastery, being the one independent entity, who illumined the mind of Brahma with the Vedic revelation, whose wisdom is the wonder of even the greatest sages, in whom the world of the three gunas subsists, just as the combination of materials like fire, water, and earth subsist in their causes without changing their elemental nature, in whose consciousness there is nothing false. On that truth supreme we meditate. That truth supreme, or in theistic language, God, is our true nature and the goal of one's life. So, we have to turn our focus towards that. Our consciousness should be tied to that, so that gradually we see that as the reality. Other things are like the waves on ocean which rise and fall. So, as this is something that we must realize, experience, and this story that we have been studying for past quite a few classes, the story of Prahlada, is a great, great guiding example in the life of any spiritual aspirant. May that person be a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian. And the story of Prahlada highlights the devotion to God in all circumstances. The circumstances may be very difficult to practice devotion. We usually complain that, oh, how difficult in this modern age to practice devotion. And no, friends, look at Prahlada. He was in the ancient time, but the circumstances were much more difficult for him because he was born in the family of what is called asuras, the demons. And the father, Hiranyakashipu, very powerful lord of all the three worlds, who had subjugated all the demigods and had the boon of almost immortality. So, and invincibility. So he had become tremendously powerful and had ordered nobody should think of God, call on God. That is all banned in this my territory, which means the world. So nobody should utter the name of God. And his son Prahlada, in spite of being very respectful and observing all the proper manners and etiquettes, he kept on thinking of God as the only goal of life. And as we saw that the demon Asura teachers tried to modify him, but it all went in vain. Instead, Prahlada started giving this doctrine to other demon children, and they were getting influenced by him, and therefore the Hiranyakashipu ultimately decided to eliminate him, kill him. He told himself that even if, in your own garden a poison ivy has come, and do you water it or do you root it out? You root it out, even though it is in your backyard. So, although this is my son and I love him, but this is going to spoil the life of all of us. He is preaching, practicing and preaching the forbidden doctrine. So, therefore, he tried to kill him in various ways, but was not successful. Then ultimately, we shall go through those slides quickly, that he asked Prahlada that you say that everything moves by the strength of God, and that gives you the strength and that gives me the strength. All this ridiculous nonsense. Tell me, where is that God? I will first kill him, then get to you. Where is that God? Now, here is something that one must remember, that Prahlada is seeing nothing but God. So, where is God? It is everywhere. Now, where God is not, that which is everywhere cannot be pointed out. I can point out that Krishna is sitting here because there he is here. He is not everywhere. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to point him out. Hey, he is here. So, God being everywhere, it is not able, he is not able to point out where. Oh, everywhere. So Hiranyakashipu wanted to, come to more specifics, because I want to kill that God. Where is, you say everywhere, does it mean that is it in that pillar? Now, this is the analogy that we have seen, like a movie going on the screen. Now you see all the pictures, like here, that powerful guy like Hiranyakashipu is shown, Prahlada's face also is shown, then all the goats and grass, mountains, everything is seen there. And now you don't see the screen. Where is the screen? The movie cannot be there without the screen. The screen is in every single picture that we are seeing in this world, that everyone has God getting into everyone. Everyone has God as one's reality. Reality in the sense, suppose you think that that fellow, on the screen, suppose you are watching this movie, and you see that that fellow is going to kill somebody. Oh, let me go and stop that fellow. Oh, let me take out the gun. In the United States, in the movie hall, also people take guns and shoot, isn't it? So it is. Uh, so if you point out the gun and shoot that fellow in the movie, what will happen, Ishani? Huh? Huh? There will be. He will not die. What will happen? If you shoot, the bullet will do something, isn't it? What will it do? Eh? But what will it do to the? It will make a hole in the screen, isn't it? Or no? Uh, so, because screen is the reality there. Mm. If you find a nice person, let me hug that person. What will you hug? You will hug screen. There is nothing else there. That screen is in all of us, and we know it really. We know it really. As Shankaracharya, coming Sunday is his birth anniversary, says that ahamiti antas purantam sada, that in everyone it is there by the vibration of I. I is not body, I is not mind, and that I is same in all these pictures. There is this screen called I, and it is thus that God is in everyone, is everywhere, and it cannot be specified. And Hiranyakashipu asks, do you mean he is in that pillar also? Well, the pillar is also on the screen. It will be, the screen is in the pillar also. Hmm. So, as the story goes, now if you are sitting in the audience and try to destroy the pillar, it will not get destroyed. That part Ishani told correctly, that no, that will not, because it is on the screen. But somebody on the screen, just take the scenario, somebody holding a gun on the screen, and then shoot somebody in the movie, then that fellow will die. So similarly, this is on the screen, and Hiranyakashipu gives a big blow to that pillar, and now he starts seeing that pillar breaks, and Narasimha, the reality comes up, the truth of everything. And then this is how Hiranyakashipu was going to die. And we saw that he became so fierce, but still Hiranyakashipu wanted to continue with the battle, a very powerful person. And then, so he said, let me get to this Narasimha. I don't care whether it is human lion or lion human, howsoever powerful that fellow may be. I am not going to be defeated without putting up a fight. So he fiercely attacked that, and but what can be done? This fellow took him on the lap after a little bit show of fight. He took Hiranyakashipu on the lap, on all sides. The description is, you can call very grotesque and horror description. This it is sometimes called in Sanskrit that description of the various aesthetic features. There is an aesthetic feel called Raudra Rasa. So, means horrific something. So, it is in the movies and dramas, they put that element also. Do you put Yona in your plays? No? Yeah, why? Hmm? Eh? Oh, it is not question of your liking, but it is as a matter of story, you don't put it. Oh, it is. So this is a great story that we are reading. It has all the elements of this aesthetic feel. So one of them is this, and the description is. I won't read the whole thing. It is. It says uh, this how he looked, that it is the desperately struggling as the Asura was to free himself from the distressing hold of the man lion, as a mouse from that of a serpent, the Lord laid him on his thighs, sitting on the threshold of the assembly hall, and as Garuda tears apart a snake, he playfully tore open the Asuras, means Hiranyakashipu's body at the time of sunset. He was waiting till that moment because Hiranyakashipu had the boon that you cannot be killed by during the day or during the night. So exactly that moment when it is neither day nor night, and he would not be killed on earth or in skies or in waters, so he took it on his lap. So nowhere in that the boon remains intact. Will not be killed by a man or a beast. So half man, half beast. Hmm. And not by any weapon. So was torn. Nails cannot be considered as weapons, isn't it? Like in the flight, when you go, no weapon can be allowed, but you go with your nails. Sometimes I question, oh, that fellow, that lady has such long nails. They are enough to tear somebody. How that is allowed? And a simple small scissors is stop. You can't take it. So, because nails are not considered as weapons, so he tore him with these nails, and with his tongue licking the two corners of his wide open mouth, with the mane of his face and neck reddened by drops of blood, and with the loops of intestine hanging on his neck. The Lord is the man lion. This Lord, the man lion, presented a formidable appearance. This English translation is good but still very weak compared to the Sanskrit words there. They are much more horrific. Mm. His, he now attacked the followers and all that. Uh, it is so. Uh, he was looking so horrible, and all the demigods assembled there. These demigods, like Indra and so forth, they are selfish entities. Selfish means they won't go to fight Hiranyakashipu himself. That they won't go into fight. They would try to save their skin. And then, but somebody else does, very good, very good. Yeah. And they are happy that now, why? Because Hiranyakashipu had snatched all their rights. And then now they therefore started rejoicing that their kingdom or their rights are now restored, their wealth, which has been also snatched by this demon, and now they will have the right to that, and so they will rejoice. They were rejoicing. Like the rejoicing, many of you might have seen that Wizard of Oz movie. Have you seen Cash, Wizard of Oz? So the wicked witch is dead, and then everybody starts rejoicing. What did you see, Raji? No, you didn't see Wizard of Oz. Oh, yeah. It is now there are so many who have not seen Wizard of Oz. When our Atmajnanananda from DC gave a retreat on Vedanta in Hollywood, so he first took up this example and asked this question that I am sure most of you have seen the movie. Is anybody raise hand if somebody has not seen the movie? And I was the only fool amongst the audience who has not seen. So, and then therefore many devotees at that time made sure that I see that movie. So it is wonderful, very nice movie. Even now I heard that it is during some Christmas break or whatever the children are shown that movie. So there that celebration breaks out when that wicked witch is dead. And then similarly all start dancing here also. Hey, that demon is killed. They have no devotion in the sense that they don't ask for God realization. They want some benefits here and there from God. Okay, let me have enough wealth, and wealth is never enough. So let me have good health, let my enemies die, and so forth. For that the prayers go. That is how the prayers of the worldly people are. So, but that is not the sign of devotion. They want from God, they don't want God. The devotees, they want God, not something from God. So that is how these people started praising. I am skipping many things here, but they it is that then, oh dear ones, this story is being narrated there by Narada. So Narada tells what happened next. Then, oh dear ones, they assembled representatives of all species of beings, Brahma, Indra, and so forth, the divinities, the rishis, the pitris, the siddhas, the vidyadharas, greats, the serpents, manus, prajapatis, and a big list there. So, yakshas, kinnaras, these all assembled and started praising the God, but from a distance, because he was looking so ferocious. So nobody was daring to go close to him. And look, isn't it that even that picture looks very ferocious? So it is, nobody was going close, and they started praying from a distance. I won't read all these prayers. The some sub and substances that they wanted that, yeah, their benefits are now secured, which were snatched by this demon, and so forth. So, for example, the Prajapatis said, the word Prajapati here is used in the sense of those who are controllers of certain spheres of beings. So Praja means that the it has two meanings, progeny or the subjects of a kingdom, both are called praja. So it is they are then Prajapatis, are they controllers or governors of that sphere. So they started praying, O Supreme Ruler, we who have been created by Thee as the progenitors of living beings have ceased to function as such due to the obstruction caused by the Asura, who now lies dead with his chest torn by thee. O embodiment of Sattva, thy incarnation has brought about the good of all the world. So they said like that. And then here we begin the ninth chapter when Narada said that none of the divinities like Brahma or Rudra dared to go near the Lord in this wrathful mood, which made him unapproachable to them. Because we want God in a very pleasant form. And Swami Vivekananda, in his that great poem, which was in our last retreat, was discussed, Kali the Mother, and says that those who dare to worship the horrible, the dreadful, and to them alone the blessings of Kali are available. Those who will, worship only the pleasantries and so forth, they do not worship God as whole. It is that destruction, dissolution is a part of that reality. That is why when we chant the hymn to Divine Mother, we say Srishti Sthiti Vinashanam, that the creation, preservation, and dissolution is thy sport. The destruction, without destruction, there is no creation. It is that has to happen. One has to be bold enough. The cowards, they cannot practice spirituality. Only those who are fearless and have strong resolve, they alone can practice. Those who are cowards, they want only, sweet God, nice looking God, and so forth. No, the God is fearsome also, destroys everything. Remember that. That it is those who are ready to, join this dance of destruction of Mother Kali. The poem is tremendous poem, very powerful. It is one of the original English poems. There is another poem on Mother Kali that its translation reads differently. Let Mother Shama dance here. That is a Bengali, from Bengali it is translated into English. So, but this Kali, the mother, uh, is this a destruction going on because it is mother's play, like children play on the seashore, on the beaches, make the sand castles. Do you make? What Krishna did you make in your childhood? The sand castles, they nicely they make and then admire it. Very nice. They spend lot of time there to make the best, and then have competitions. Hey, mine is better than yours, and so forth. But then evening is approaching, the sunset is almost there, and the parents are urging, come on, get into the car now, it is too getting late. And so what do they do now? Their own that castle that they were appreciating They just kick it. They kick it, and that is gone. So this is the universe of Mother Kali, Srishti making. And then for some time plague with it, and then kick it and gone. So what is real there? Mother Kali, just as the sand is real there. So that is how you see this world is like that. So, and those who want only this nice preserving aspect, and they do not go to Mother Kali. They were not approaching this Narasimha, but Narada therefore says that they told Prahlada, "You go, you go, and we are ready to, then, make somebody else martyr. We will chant their praises. Oh, what a brave man this is. But we won't go there. You go. Come on, you go. Hi." So it is, he was told. And Prahlada went readily. He had no fear. Why he had no fear? Think about it. Why he had no fear? Even if the lion is ferocious, the little baby of the lion is not afraid. Why? There is the love. Prahlad had real love for God. He had love for God, not for just pleasantries. So he agreed to go to God there, and then goes there, agreeing to do that. The great lover of Lord. You can see in this picture, there is Prahlada. He went to God there with a garland in hand, to garland this Narasimha. So Prahlada advanced slowly towards him, and with palms joined in salutations, prostrated full length on the ground before him. So, and then he uh, this Narasimha lifted him up and placed his head placed on his head those divine palms of his, which offer shelter to those who are frightened by the threat of the serpent of time. Time is the serpent in this Vedanta literature. The time has been given this analogy that it is going to kill everybody, swallow everybody like a python, it is sucking everything. Everything is going, whether you want or not. Everything is rushing to the wide mouth of the time. So in Bhagavad Gita, there is that description in the 11th chapter that it is Arjuna describes how that universal form God is, that everything he says is yatha nadinam bhavom vegaha samudre vishanti, that it is how the rivers, they are rushing towards the ocean. Similarly, all of us are rushing in this open mouth of time. You have become like time, O Lord. Everything is getting into it. So he sees that that is how it is. The touch of the Lord's palm at once dissipated all traces of ignorance from Prahlada's heart and filled it with the clear presence of the Lord. Presence of the Lord. Here in translation, uh, P is given in the bold letter. Special presence, because we may say we are present. Our presence is a transitory presence, but Lord's presence is real presence, is always present. And we come and go because we are like waves. The presence of the waves and the presence of the ocean, are they not two different things? Hmm. You by the time you say, hey, look at the wave is already changing and going away. But same is not the case with ocean. So the presence of the Lord, you now see that that is the reality. So Prahlada became uh, very much consoled by that. And again, the Prahlada's prayer, we will not be able to even finish half of it today. And that also with lot of fast forwarding, we will take only a few things because we have seen such things, such prayers previously also. So he says that I am not scared of such birth and death if I am going to get your grace. He says that, uh, can I, born as I am in the race of asuras with a fierce tamasic nature, then ever hope to win thy favor? He counts the drawbacks, that as human beings we have these drawbacks. But when the grace of God comes, all those drawbacks are washed away. So I am born in a demonic clan, Asura's family. It is, but I feel that none of these wealth, high birth, beauty, austerity, scriptural study, vigor, impressiveness, prowess, strength of body, skill in action, intelligence, and practice of concentration is adequate to please the Supreme Being. Hmm. None of these are good enough. Uh, they all these very adorable qualities in human beings, but they are human qualities. That, oh, somebody is very rich, people get attracted to rich person, hoping that they will get a slice in the pie. So it is, but that doesn't influence God. That somebody who may be very wealthy, okay, what wealth? There is that story of Sri Ramakrishna and Mathur Babu, very illuminating incident, that there was uh, mm, somebody stole the jewelry from the Radha Govindaji's temple in Dakshineshwar. The jewelry was taken. And the owner, that Mathur Babu, got very perturbed and said to Sri Ramakrishna, that God who could not protect his own this jewelry, how we can expect protection from such God? Very logical argument, isn't it? That God who could not even protect his own ornaments, own jewelry, how is he expected to protect us? And Sri Ramakrishna laughed and said, oh, you fool, you petty minded, for you those things are is like jewelry. For the one who is constantly attended by none other than Lakshmi, for whom those jewelry and things are like these some pebbles or pieces of earth. So it is for God your all wealth, after all, what it is, nothing. So, or your beautiful form, somebody has, many have the pride on the physical strength, physical beauty, or high learning. All that doesn't make any dent to God. They are meaningless. So, therefore, and Prahlada knows that they are not adequate. What is needed, that uh, he says, for by mere devotion the Lord was pleased with uh, the lordly elephant who had none of these qualities. There is this reference to the story of Gajendra Moksha, that big elephant. It went into the ocean and thought that, okay, let me play in the ocean. And that there is this very beautiful song written by Surdas on that. Sindhu neer pibat gayo, Sindhu ke kinare. That he went into that seashore and then went into the ocean and started drinking the water there, unaware that there is a big crocodile there. Now, crocodile very powerful in the waters. On the land, it is not powerful that much, but when it comes to waters, it is very powerful. That is why there is a beautiful Sanskrit couplet. Everybody in one's that own place is very powerful. Mm, that it is Nakra swasthanam asadya gajendramapi karshati, that a crocodile in the depth of water, now it has a lot of power, and even a big elephant gets overpowered by it. But that very crocodile, when comes on the land, even a dog would can overpower it. So it is one's own field, is one's strength. So this uh, crocodile pulled that elephant deeper. The elephant tried to struggle hard to get free, but could not. Slowly, the crocodile was dragging it further down. And the helpless elephant then started praying to God for getting rescued. And the God came and rescued him. So now that what did that elephant have? No learning. It got till got that elephant lost the pride of its strength. Earlier, it had this pride. I am so strong. This crocodile, I can defeat it. I will shake my that leg with such power that the crocodile will get thrown away. But no, when the pride of one's strength is gone, then only God comes to help. That it is. So, if you have the ego that I am so powerful, I am so learned, I look so handsome, or I am so rich, then God will not come to help. And God is not interested in any of these things. But when you know that nothing is there comparable or to that power of God, all power comes from God, and you surrender, then the Lord comes. So it is that is cited here by Prahlada, that nothing else is there that can influence you. And he says then further that for whatever offerings are made by people to the worshipful Lord, return as blessings to themselves. Hmm. It is, you feel that you are offering something to God. I am giving a big donation, or I am offering this and that. Who gave it to you? It is Lord who gave, and you are giving a part of it. That too will be returned to you. So, therefore, everything comes from you. You do not expect anything else from devotees. So, just love. That's all. So, he says that. Uh, He prays now, O thou of the man lion form, henceforward people will contemplate or meditate on this form. It is all the demigods were scared of this horrible terror striking form. All of them thus prayed from a distance. Then Brahma requested Prahlada to go near him to propitiate him. You can see, in the picture that is one has tried to depict, the Narasimha, his ferocious looks changed to very amicable, gracious appearance. And then he says that uh, none of these celestial beings need to be scared of you, O the man lion form of God, for you are their protector. Henceforward, people will meditate on this seemingly horrific form of yours for freedom from fear, like people meditate on Mother Kali. So there are therefore the temples of Narasimha, especially in the South India. There are so many temples of this Lord Narasimha, that because this is a form, although fearful for those who are of demonic nature, is very gracious and free, makes everybody free from fear. So this is, henceforth people will make this. So therefore you see that Ram Prasad very famous song is there. What? This very fearful Mother Kali. Uh, the form is like that. That there is, you won't call it a very auspicious looking form, with the clothes, naked almost, and this garland of skull around neck, weapons in hand, and one hand there is the severed head of someone. So it is like that, not a form that can inspire fear. But still, Ram Prasad says that, addressing that Kali, Obhoya Pade Pran Se Peche, that it is that I have offered myself at this uh, place which is free from fear, Abhaya Pade, that it is, and uh, uh, next line he says that আমি কি আর জমের ভয় রেখেছি, আর now I have no fear of even of death. It is because I have uh, kept myself. So it is, people meditate on this form to get rid of fear. This is what Prahlada says here. And uh, I have no fear, but I have one fear. I am in dread of getting caught in the bondage of karma and the consequent transmigratory cycle. Hmm. Now, this is something that requires a little more discussion, little more pondering. So, we shall defer it to the next Friday class. So today we shall stop here, that we will do the closing chant, and then if you have questions, then please feel free to ask questions. Our opening chant was the first verse in Bhagavatam, and this is the third verse. Nigamakалпатароргалитам phalam शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुर्मुहुः रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. O devotees, quaff to intoxication this nectar of the fruit of the tree of Vedas, flowing from the mouth of the great sage Shuka and mixed with the ambrosia from his words. Any question? Charlie has a question. And then this Raji also has a question. Please. Yeah.
There was a story about how Indra went to Prajapati and realized that he's not the body, but yet you say the demigods don't want to realize God. So how do you explain that?
Yes. I thought somebody will ask such a question. And there, the two are separated. Those who are demons and who are the demigods. The demigods, normally they won't seek the realization of God. They would seek good things. Like in this world, you have some so-called good people and bad people. What are the good people? They also run after money and this and that, like the evil people, but they apply so-called these moral means to get money. Actually, these so-called good people are afraid of getting into the jail and all that. So they don't dare to do something immoral. Not that they are really very moral people, but their idea is at least some good qualities are cultivated there. So they have a better chance if they apply. So therefore that story, Indra and Virochana going to Prajapati, there the word Prajapati also means the divine, all-pervading God assuming a human form. That is the meaning of Prajapati there. So they went to Prajapati. Both of them wanted just immortality. And then when Prajapati told, that that is what you are that. So I am cutting this story to short, this thing, that the demon took it at the face value, thinking that thus the body, I am the body. Now I am the body, therefore those, it is the Upanishad says, those who think I am body, they are this progeny of this Virochana, they are demons. Indra also initially thought like that, but then pondered. The body changes, and the body in the childhood is one level, and so therefore it cannot be the self. So unchanging entity, it can't be that. So he again comes to Prajapati. Now every time he has to perform the austerities. Even to ask, both of them had to perform austerity. That practice these austerities, live like practicing the brahmacharya's life for 32 years. Then ask question. Till then the asking question was also not permissible. So, because you have to have some qualification, so 32 years. Then the question was asked, this much answer was provided. Indra again comes back to, "Oh, I have doubt. I don't think that understanding that this body is this self is right." Hmm. Okay, I didn't tell you that the body is the self. I told you thou art that. Uh, if you want to know more, okay, another 32 years. Then we will think about it. So, like that, after 105 years of austerities, and austerity means purification. So then Indra attained that knowledge. So he had the good tendencies more. And so he attained. Actually, this Asura Hiranyakashipu also attained liberation because he was actually playing part in the curse. So that he had from the sage, the Sananda, we saw that part earlier. Uh, Raji has, and who else had raised hand there? Uh, somebody here. Okay.
Maharaj, what does it mean by God is protecting us? What does that?
God
God is always protecting us. What does that mean?
protecting us. Very good question. What is the meaning of God is protecting us? God is protecting that our essential being. That is God. That is being protected. Our goodness is protected. Our desire for God realization is protected. Thinking that, and whatever is conducive to that, that is protected. To think that protected means then I will never become sick. It has no meaning. Protected means I will never die. That is not protection. Protection only has this meaning, nothing more than that. So don't expect that if I pray to God, the protector God will never make me have a cough or cold and I will never die. No, not like that. This is not. The protector is only this, that protects your devotional feelings and destroys all others. Yeah. Any question there on the web?
Yes. Question from Jyoti Champaneka.
Namaskar, Jyoti.
Pranam Maharaj. Didn't Prahlad already see God everywhere?
Yes.
Was that without presence of God in his heart?
Yes, he was feeling God, but there is the intensity of feeling. He was feeling, and so therefore he got that feel more enhanced. That is the meaning. Thank you. Very nice question. That when he already was feeling God everywhere, and it is the enhancement of that experience that comes. Like you understand, say, a mathematics theorem. You understand, but you understand it more and better when you uh, put it in application somewhere, and then when you see the truth there, what happens? You already knew it, but that knowledge gets enhanced by practice, by experience. So that is the meaning of that. Any other question? So let us conclude with the closing chant. मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल। कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल, कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल, कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल, कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल।